Um, what is it that you like what is it that you like about this game over Tarkov? You're genuinely curious? Oh, easiest question ever, dude. I love both games, but DayZ is in a breed of its own. You start out with nothing in a big open world with no objectives. You can interact with other players from all over the world. You don't know what's going through their head, if they have a mission to go build a base with their friends, or if they're on some, you know, solo adventure quest, or if they're friendly, or if they're hostile, if they're willing to trade goods or talk to you or hunt you down. And if you're comparing it to Tarkov and asking why I'm so addicted to this, it's like, Tarkov's got that immersive world, but it's much more linear and limited. The keywords are like open sandbox, do whatever you want, no objectives over your head, and then linear, start at point A and you're going to end at point Z, basically. Like, there's different routes you can take in this as far as, you could have the best time ever and not even get a kill that day. Tarkov is much more like FPS oriented, Yeah, I probably forgot a few parts there. It's just the progressive build up to it, starting with absolutely nothing, traveling across the map, working your way up, finding more stuff to supply or to survive. Having this big sense of progression. I think it combines all my favorite aspects of like an open world RPG, like Elder Scrolls was, where you're just adventuring around. You find some random tomb and you go in, get some treasure, kill some skeletons. But then it also combines the FPS aspect, the first-person shooter, like you're fighting other players from around the world, getting into epic gunfights. But then also people love the Battle Royale, how like we're in this big environment, but you don't know exactly where the players are going to be. It's not a Battle Royale, but it's got that aspect where like Battle Royale fans can love it because it's their usual map kinda, but there's no zone and you don't know where the fuck people are, what they're doing, where they're going, and that's kind of exciting when you finally do come into contact with them. Instead of being like, oh yeah, we gotta go to the zone, there they are, So it just combines a lot of my favorite aspects of gaming: open world, FPS, PvP, do whatever you want. I don't know. There's a lot we could talk about with it. It's just like the game in my eyes. What do you like DayZ more than Tarkov? Oh, well, somebody said, like, what's your favorite thing about the game? And now you're asking, maybe why I prefer it. I think at the end of the day, man, just the fact that it's an open world environment with no waypoint, no mission, objective telling each player what to do. It's just this big open world, you decide how you want to manage the game or how to play the game. But it's just that you can interact with other real players from around the world in this like post-apocalyptic setting, kind of like themed post-apocalyptic, where you're concerned about your life, you might make friends, you might kill people. If you ever watch like The Walking Dead, maybe only the first season, because then it starts getting kind of weird, but like that type of environment, like a really good post-apocalyptic zombie TV show, DayZ just gives you the sandbox to reenact and like, kind of role play and use your creativity and imagination to just, do all these different things. It's kind of fucked up to say this, but like if you pretended the apocalypse was gonna hit and you just woke up on the beach one day and were like, dude, I need to get supplies, I need to survive, there's other people trying to kill me, like it's crazy, man. It's a fucking rush. It's like one of the best gaming experiences I've ever come across. So, and I think the main thing is that it combines my love for like an open world single player game like Elder Scrolls, and then like the first person shooter intense like PvP, against other players from around the world, like, and it puts that in the same game. But it can also go from like the most fun, like a comedy game, to like an intense milsim game at the snap of your fingers. So like, I don't know, it's just so diverse, so open. You can kind of choose how you want to play it that day. You could like just get out of the hospital after some surgery and barely be able to like move your fingers, but you could like walk around in DayZ and just get immersed by the environment and talk to somebody. Or you could be like sharp as fuck and you just want to kill everybody, and you turn the game into like a milsim PvP game kind of. But anywhere in between, it just like 50% interaction with players, maybe 50% fighting other players. You don't know how each encounter is going to go, and I think that's what drives the excitement of just seeing another player in the wasteland. Like, it's so exciting to just like see somebody walk around in this game and you're like, whoa, what are they doing? Do they know where, are they going after their base? Do they have a friend? Do they have a stash? Are they dangerous? And it's just so exciting, I guess, interact with other people in this type of free sandbox, basically. Yeah, and the fact that somebody put it really good in one of my YouTube comments is like that DayZ puts your like humanity in a way, like it tests your humanity and your decision-making skills. It's like the closest thing to real life when it comes to like you see another player and you hear them talking in game and they're trying to survive, and they're trying to preserve their character because they invested like 3 hours into it, and it's like the closest experience to I don't know, it's just very realistic. Like, one, it's a photorealistic game, it looks beautiful, moments like this. but also the encounters of their players are much more believable and like interesting, I think, than most other games.